Right now, Sun Prairie High School student that is taking the bowling world by storm. Plus, we sat down with Baraboo Superintendent Dr. Briggs, learned what he was thinking when he was pushed on the graduation stage. And we're following how a Sun Prairie man is using the story of him starting a family to spread positivity. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Well, it was a bit muggy and a warmer start to the day as we head to the official start of summer. Let's get a look at your first warned forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, how does it feel out there?
Definitely muggy. We are definitely sitting in some soupy air on this end to your Father's Day. The bugs are flying around, so if you haven't done so already, definitely want to close the windows, turn on the AC, or at the very least a fan to make sure that you're staying cool on this Sunday evening. And we're going to continue to need the AC running throughout your Monday and Tuesday. We're going to continue to keep those alert days intact for southern Wisconsin. We're going to jump ahead to Monday late afternoon. It's still going to feel like the upper 80s to low 90s after climbing into the 90s as we go into the afternoon hours on Monday. Overnight, not only this evening, but really Tuesday night especially, it's still going to feel like the low 80s as we go around the midnight hours. So we really don't cool off overnight. And you're taking a look at the future track heat index values as we go into your Tuesday afternoon, mid 90s, possibly squeezing out a few upper 90s to low 100s. It's going to be a hot couple of days. The good news is we do cool down as we head further into next week. Now, we did have some severe weather earlier. We still will keep that marginal risk for a portion of the viewing area, mainly for storms after the midnight hour into the early morning hours on your Monday. We're going to track out possible threats with that and then talk about the active week ahead in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, we'll see you then. A teenage pro bowler, not to be confused with football pro bowler, but a pro bowler, is putting the town of Cambridge on the map. Maggie Porter just capped off her sophomore year of school and the sophomore season for Sun Prairie girls bowling by winning Madison Area District High School Singles Champion, Girls Bowler of the Year, and Wisconsin High School Singles Champion. Many consider her a phenom, but she wouldn't classify herself as such.
I personally wouldn't call myself a phenom because I don't want to seem like all big-headed, and some people might see me as a phenom. Maybe my dad would.
Although her dad and coach were there, Porter understands the importance of having her teammates with her. She had to experience being alone on her team's singles competition because half of her team were attending their high school graduation.
My team couldn't go this year because they moved it 2 weeks forward, and Sun Prairie had their graduation, and half of our team are seniors. So I just went for singles, and it was really stressful because there were some higher scores that I didn't know if I would have the potential to do that.
Not only did she have the potential, she exceeded last year's mark. And to celebrate, the town of Cambridge, where she grew up, held a ceremony to honor her. Speaking of growing up, Porter is hoping to bowl during her college years in the future. Fun fact, Porter's highest score is 299. The highest possible bowling score is 300. A Sun Prairie man is using his journey in starting a family to spread a message of positivity, even through some of his worst struggles. Josh Sprider shows us how he's using this storyline to do something good.
There was one night in particular where I had a vision. I could see myself reading a story just like this to my child.
This book is more than just words by local author Joel Coyne. It's the story of his life.
The ambition to write this story, it's a story for my son, and that's why I wanted to write it, and this was just something I had to do for him.
Joel's journey in getting here, though, not an easy one.
There were a lot of hard nights. There were a lot of tears and just heartbreak, and in the moment, the journey through was tough. I won't understate that.
Joel and his wife Tricia struggled for years to start a family.
When we knew that our family would kind of take a little bit of a different journey, we came up with the mantra that family is love.
That was the guiding principle for the couple, no matter what. It was during those sleepless nights that Joel would jot down his thoughts of pain and emotion. Fast forward to now.
Our family is special and precious to us, and the journey that it took was all part of the story. And this book allows us to help tell that story.
This right here is Joel's favorite photo. It's the moment he finally got to read his book to his son Camden, now 2 years old. for the first time.
Just a joy. He's full of energy, full of personality, running around, loves dinosaurs, right? It's all the things that you picture when you start a family, and it couldn't be more beautiful.
The couple was able to start their family by way of egg donor and gestational surrogate.
My son is a product of, wonderful people, technology, and an ability in the health system to make that dream come true.
This is the home that love built. What's even more special, Camden already understands the impact of this book for his family. The storyline centering around a mama bird in nature, visiting different animals to learn what a home truly means.
He'll talk about mommy, he'll talk about daddy, but then he always goes back to the last page. And he's like, that's me.
That's so cool.
It's kind of interesting to see how, I don't know, as a 2-year-old, how do you recognize these things?
Yeah.
I get blown away at that developmental, oh, you're connecting these things.
You kind of give people hope, right? That, even in the worst of times, there is something still to strive for.
If there's something that should be able to connect everybody, it's love. And love for a family. Love for the people around you, the people that you choose to be family. A family is a family, and that love is the most important.
His story in this book is doing something good in the community, showing others there is always hope. Never give up.
All of these different pieces get brought into what you get to create as your home. And being out here in nature and seeing birds fly around, it's perfect. It's how you make it.
This isn't the final chapter for Joel. It's not clear what's next or whether another book will be in the works. For now, he's happy with the page he's on in this moment. Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
Joel's book was nominated for Best of Madison this year. You can vote for him right now this month. You can also learn more about his book, The Home That Love Built, by going to his story on channel3000.com. And a viral moment from Baraboo, where a high school parent rushed the stage at a graduation to stop his daughter from shaking hands with someone on that stage. The man pushed away was Baraboo Superintendent Rainey Briggs. We sat down with Dr. Briggs to learn what he was thinking in that very moment.
I see this white blur coming up the stairs, and in that moment, I'm kind of like, well, is this a photographer? But as he descended upon me, I'm kind of like, oh man, what is he doing? And as he approached me, he says, no, you're not. And at that point, I'm still not, understanding what he's referring to. And then as we got back further on the stage, he said, you're not touching my effing daughter.
There were concerns from the community that the incident was racially motivated, but Briggs says the only person that truly knows that is the father himself. The superintendent hopes to move forward from this and focus on coming together.
As someone who leads the school district in that community, my ultimate goal is to bring people together, right? Dr. King, back in 1957, talked about the 6 steps to social change, right? We have to be willing to learn, hear people out, process, communicate, but also at the same time fix some of the challenges that we kind of face, harm that we may cause, so that it's not something that's forever lasting on that community.
You'll be able to find the full interview on our website at channel3000.com. From daily steps to body fat percentage, there's a device for everything. Consumer Reports explains which good health gadgets we should actually consider.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for $369 a month or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door in Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
There's lots of grown-up fun in the water park capital of the world, but where? Well, where tasty drinks meet relaxing pools, that's where all the action is. Where the rubber meets the road and then meets the water. Water parks, they're here, there, and everywhere. Now, where was I? Probably somewhere like here. Nice glassware. Hungry? There's plenty more where that came from. Where do we go from here? Well, just about anywhere. Wisconsin Dells, where it's at. Plan your grown-up getaway at WISC-TV.com.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through, and any other direction you may need. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Qualified lessees can get this 2024 Silverado for around $449 a month. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
NYC, are you ready for me? And from HGTV's Buying Back the Block, Mike and Kyra Epps.
She did most of the work. I just paid for it.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Data, data, and more data. It seems like we can measure anything these days, and our health is no different. From daily steps to our percentage of body fat, there's a device for everything. And while we don't need all the health gadgets out there, some medical devices can be essential. Consumer Reports explains which ones we should consider.
Gus Ramirez likes keeping track of his pre-hypertension at home.
I'll take my blood pressure, and depending on the reading, I call my doctor.
Having a few medical devices handy can allow you to track some basic health metrics and give you important information to discuss with your provider.
These tools can't replace a trusted clinician, but they can give you more data about your health in between doctor's visits.
A blood pressure monitor is a must for anyone with high blood pressure, particularly since in-office blood pressure readings are often inaccurate. And with nearly half of adults in the U.S. with hypertension and less than a quarter of them with the condition under control, a BP monitor can give users essential data right from their home. Consumer Reports' top-rated home BP monitor was the Omron Platinum for its accuracy and convenience. The Omron Silver was similar in performance to the top pick, but it can only record data for a single user. Next, keep a thermometer handy for those times you don't feel well. It's helpful to know if a fever has set in and how high it is. If a fever lasts for more than 3 days or rises above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, see your doctor. Anyone who wants to know more about how much exercise they're actually getting may want to consider a fitness tracker. Along with monitoring your steps and activity level, many also have the ability to track changes in your heart rate. And while it might not seem like it, a bathroom scale can also be an essential medical tool.
A scale can be an important tool if you have heart failure, because even small changes in weight can be an important warning sign of related problems like fluid retention.
Unexpected weight loss in people with heart failure could also be a sign that the condition has progressed. In either case, notify your doctor. This is Mara Ramirez-Amin.
Let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, what should we expect?
We're continuing to track that heat, which is why we're going to continue our alert days for your Monday and Tuesday. We had one today, not only for the heat, but also for that evening severe weather. Now, we did have our severe thunderstorms and even a few wind reports, but nothing like what they saw in Rockford. We'll take a look at that viewer photo that somebody sent in just a moment. But again, that heat expected to stick around throughout your really evening, Monday evening through through Tuesday, if not even beyond that. As we look ahead to Tuesday morning, after feeling like we're in the low 90s Monday afternoon, it's still going to feel like the mid 70s early Tuesday morning. And as we head even into the peak of the afternoon hours, Tuesday, it's going to feel like the low, if not the mid to possibly upper 90s. And again, overnight into your Wednesday, it's still going to feel like the low 80s right around midnight. So you need to make sure that you are staying cool and hydrated, not only during the day, but at night as well. And the same goes for your pets too. Now, we did have severe weather chances across the southeast. We did again have some severe thunderstorm warnings. We've scaled back and reduced a lot of our threat back down to a marginal risk. We're still going to see possibly all hazards of severe weather, mainly after midnight, but I think a lot of that is going to stay off towards the La Crosse area, if not even farther north and west. So here's a look at those storm reports coming on in. Wind reports coming out of the Rockford area. Some strong wind gusts actually knocking over the canopy of a gas station. Kyle, one of our viewers, sent us in this photo. You can see kind of the canopy fallen over the gas station there. If you have any photos, weather or animals or really anything that you want to send us, you can scan that QR code right there. Right now, it's not feeling too bad. Still feels like we're in those upper 70s to low 80s, despite our temperatures being a little bit cooler than that. The Madison area did officially hit its first 90-degree today. When we typically see it, though, is a little bit later, right around June 24th. However, the earliest, believe it or not, was back on April 22nd of 1980. That's when we at least hit 90 degrees. So sometimes it happens very soon, and other times we have to wait a little bit longer to get into those 90s. So we got there today. We'll most likely get there tomorrow as well. We're in the 70s across not only Dane County, but across southern Wisconsin as well. We'll only cool off into those low 70s as we head into the overnight hours. I don't think we're going to see this isolated storm threat in the morning. I actually think it's going to be later into the afternoon with the peak heating of the afternoon. I would say more towards the late afternoon, because once we start to really get into these hot temperatures, it's just that much harder for storms to develop unless they've got that upper level support, which they won't have tomorrow here across southern Wisconsin. So if we can get a storm going, they're going to kind of chain react with each other, kind of pulsing and then dying. But we're into those low 90s for your Monday afternoon. There's those storms trying to get going as we head into the 7, 8, maybe even as late as 9 o'clock time frame. Again, if one goes, it's going to be a chain reaction and maybe some strong wind gusts, some small hail, and maybe some heavy rain. We are going to be entering into an active pattern here over the next 7 to 10 days, but a lot of that rain looks to be well off into the Minneapolis area, so they can take the rain. We certainly don't need any here across southern Wisconsin. For your Monday, 70s all the way to the 90s by the afternoon, and a quick look at your 10-day forecast. Active next week with a little bit cooler temperatures, only by a few degrees there as we kick off summer on Thursday.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $50. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
It's their classic rock that brings audiences to their feet. It's Blue Oyster Cult, performing live Saturday, August 31st at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster. Over 5 decades of music, thrilling fans everywhere. It's Blue Oyster Cult, August 31st at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
I'm gonna take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Evie & Co. Boutique for Best Clothing Store. Vote for Evie & Co. Boutique and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V, value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration.
Spotlighting 4 must-have trendsetters for every room in your home. 4 power sofas that will charge up your relaxation. 4 best-selling mattresses that'll have you asking, what have I been sleeping on for all these years? 4 bedroom sets worth dreaming about. And 4 trending dining sets. Plus interest-free financing when you pay in 4 installments. It's gonna be lit.
Lit?
Lit! It's my annual 4 for the 4th celebration. Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Explorer and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $50. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
The Madison Mallards have been entertaining fans at the Duck Pond for more than 20 years. But today they started a new chapter as their brand new softball team played their first home game, and the Mares and their mascot Midnight were not messing around. First inning with 2 on, and Tia Durst lays down a bunt. Normally, we wouldn't even show you a bunt, but this isn't just any bunt. The throw gets away from the steam, 1 run scores. Here comes the second, and then here comes Tia Durst. The very rare inside the park bunt home run. You don't see that every day. The Nightmares take a quick lead, and then Sydney Jones later in the first inning with the bases juiced, rips one through the middle, bringing in 2 more runs. The Nightmares would go on to score 10 runs in the first inning, and they'd win it 18-1 in 5 innings. A nightmare game for the Steam, but a dream start for Madison. As for their brother, the Madison Mallards, they had themselves a day 2. They squashed the Dock Spiders 16-4. The Ducks had 4 home runs as a team, including 2 bombs from Blake Guerin. Brewers looking to take the series against the Reds, but they had some work to do in the 6th. Trailing 3-1, that's not anything Willie Adames can't fix. Slick Willie sails a 3-run saucer. It's a no-doubter. He just seems to always come through when you need him the most, and the Crew, they take that lead. But then in the 9th, Brewers cling to a 1-run lead still, and the Reds are going to try to tie it. A single and a throw, and a absolute beauty of a throw at that. Blake Perkins guns a man down at home. Take another look at that. The defensive gem would seal a 5-4 Brewers victory. Final round of the U.S. Open, and this one was fun. Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau were in lockstep with each other all day, tied for the lead. Rory on 18, trying to sink a par putt, but he misses the gimme. He had a couple of these late today, and it left the door open for the big guy. Bryson DeChambeau working from the sand. He called this shot maybe the best of his entire career. The power and the finesse sets him up for a par putt, one that he would sink. He wins his 2nd U.S. Open in an absolutely thrilling day on the links. Speaking of the U.S. Open and 2-time U.S. Open winners, on this day in 1985, Madison legend Andy North won his 2nd U.S. Open, doing so at the age of 35. North still in many ways holds the compass for golf in this state to this day. And Jalen, it's become because of moments like those. But honestly, the Madison Nightmares, I mean, it's just anytime you have a new sport and a new team in town, it's a lot of fun. But this one especially, it was a lot of fun.
18-1, couldn't ask for a better start.
A dream start, some would say.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including StormGuard Roofing and Construction for Best Roofer, Best Window and Doors. Vote for StormGuard on MadisonMagazine.com. Announcing Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue, your #1 choice for barbecue and catering. Vote online for Beef Butter Barbecue today. Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Floors for Less for Best Flooring. Vote for Floors for Less and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business, he relied on freshness, quality, variety, and service. We still deliver the freshest nuts, dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families all around the country.
Nuts.com. Enjoy 20% off plus free shipping on your first order.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Above Average Moving for Best Moving Company. Vote for Above Average Moving and all your favorites online today. Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Graham's Auto and Truck Clinic for Best Non-Dealer Auto Service Shop. Vote for Graham's Auto and Truck Clinic on MadisonMagazine.com.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want style? Well, now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at Rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years' experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
A reality check on U.S. Senate attack ads Thursday at 6.
And before the night closes out, we just wanted to wish a happy Father's Day from all of us here at News 3 to you at home. Here goes a collage of pics with us, with our fathers across the station. In the top left corner, that's me and my daughter. I myself am a father. Yeah, thank you guys for, tuning in, and happy Father's Day. Thank you all that are out there doing the job of being a father.
Look at all of them. And it was a hot one.
It was.
It was the first 90s of Madison for the year, and we're going to do it again tomorrow as well. So buckle up. It's going to be hot and humid for your Monday and for your Tuesday as well. Here's a planner taking you from the morning hours into the afternoon. Some late day showers and thunderstorms possible pretty much all this week just because of how hot we're going to be. Stay cool and hydrated.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.